Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today, I, Muhammad Fikri Aiman bin Nazri, and my group mate, which is Muhammad Nazim bin Dahir Hussein, Wan Muhammad Arif bin Wan Azmin, and Ikram Sufyan bin Hamzah from Group 7 are going to present to you about our design on rehabilitation device for handbrake. First of all, I am going to talk about the customer need. The customer who will need the device is the customer who suffer from stroke from stage 2 until stage 4. The device also functions to control joints fusion, inflammation, restoring range of motion, and restoring strength. The device also needed to regain independency, muscle strength, and improving the quality of life. The next one, I am going to talk about the rehabilitation process. The rehabilitation process is the action of restoring someone to health or normal life through training and therapy after imprisonment, addiction, or illness. Rehabilitation is a set of interventions needed when a person is experiencing or is likely to experience limitations in everyday functioning due to aging or a health condition, including chronic disease or disorders, injuries, or trauma. Examples of limitation in functioning include difficulties in thinking, seeing, hearing, communicating, moving around, having a relationship, or keeping a job. Rehabilitation enables individuals of all ages to maintain or return to their daily life activities to fulfill their meaningful life role and maximize their well-being. Rehabilitation is highly person-centered health strategy that may be delivered either through specialized rehabilitation programs or integrated into other health programs and services, for example, primary health care, vision, and hearing programs.
Okay, for my part, I'm going to present product design specification, which is PDS. And for the first factor is aesthetic. For the aesthetic, it has two types. The first one is ball type, and the second one is wristband. For the next one is cost. The cost range is about RM 450 ringgit to RM 500 ringgit, which is we call it a bit pricey, but not too price thing. For the customer, there's three factors. The first one is the range of age of the customer, 65 years old to 70 years old. We targeted around this range, and the customer gender, male or female, both can. And the third factor is the patient exhibit stroke, hemiplegia, brain trauma, paraplegia, cerebral palsy. The fourth factor for PDS, the targeted stage. The design we design, the product we design, we targeted on the stage 2 to 4. For the fifth factor, environmental consideration. It will be suitable at any environment, so it is convenient. And for the application, for the rehabilitation of stroke. Okay, for the next slide. Okay, the function of this device. The first one is it prevent muscle atrophy. The second one, it stimulate nerve recovery. For the third one, it restore hand movement such as opening, closing, grasping, and etc. The next one, it minimizes spasticity and maintains the appropriate stretch for functional hand movement. And the next one, it also monitor heart rate, monitor data, adjust temperature through wristband. Okay, for the next factor, the materials. It consists of diving fabric, silicone with infrared interval, and thermoplastic polyurethane band. Okay, for the last factor, I think for the PDS is safety. The first safety is the temperature limited to 58 degrees Celsius, so it not too hot for the patient use the device, and it also don't have sharp edges, and also the device is light in weight.
Okay, for the next part, I will explain about product benchmarking. For the first one is a brand named Wireless Ball Grip. It focus on the customer at age 65 until 70 years old, and it is suitable for both gender, where it is for male and female. And the customer also is the patient that exhibits stroke, hemiplegia, brain trauma, paraplegia, cerebral palsy. And its targeted stage is from stage 2 to stage 4. For the second product, its name is Hand Rehab Device. It focuses on the customer from 65 years old to 70 years old, and it also for both gender, male and female, and it is for stroke patient. And the targeted stage for this product is between 2 to 4, stage 2 to 4. And for the third product, the brand name is Finger Blizzard, and it's focused on customer age 65 to 70 years old, and it is for male or female. And the targeted stage also from stage 2 until stage 4. And the fourth product, which has the name Grip Master, the customer age is from 65 years old until 70 years old, and it is for both gender, also for male and female. And the product focus on patients undergoes hand stroke. For this product, the targeted stage is from stage 3 to stage 5. And next, I will brief about the function, safety and size of the product. For the first product, where we have the hand ball, the function is to promote blood circulation, prevent muscle atrophy, relieve muscle tension, and stimulate nerve recovery. And its safety, for the safety, it has soft materials, and the temperature limit, where from the ball, is limited to 58 degrees Celsius, and the size is around 75 to 85 millimeter. For the second product's function, the function is to restore hand movement, such as opening, closing, grasping, and etc. And it's also for repeating treatment protocols without the need of continuous involvement of therapists, saving a significant amount of the human labor that may lead to high cost. And for its safety, this product is smooth in motion, and it is adjustable, and there is no sharp tools in the product. For the size, it is free in size where it can be adjustable. And for the third product, its function is the product is the combination of robotics and music therapy. In its fingertip sensors and plugs into the user's watch band, the program tracks accuracy and speed in programming essential motion. And it gives the user immediate feedback on their progress. And for the safety, it has minimal sharp edges. And the size is also free in size where we can adjust it for the customer hand. And the last product, the function is for improved functionality at home by enabling you to grasp and release object more easily. And the second one is minimize spasticity and maintains the appropriate stretch for functional hand movement. For safety, it is lightweight and comfortable, and the size is also free size.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nazim, and next I will explain about our morphology chart. From our morphology chart, there are 4 functions that we focus on. The first one is setting up device. Second, move hand. Third, setting the resistance. And the fourth is record the performance. Overall, we have 4 solutions with the sketching shown in the screen. For the concept generation, setting up the device, we use from solution 1. For move hand, we use concept from solution 2. Setting the resistance, we use concept from solution 2. And the last one, record the performance, we use from solution 1. Okay. This is the overall view of the device. First, we have heat ball that is put at the palm, and we also have the wristband that will monitor. Okay. At the heat ball, we have heating mechanism. Heating mechanism is an electric device that converts an electric current into heat. The heating element inside the heating electrical resistor and work principle of Joule heating. Okay. Next, the heat ball also can be wireless charging. Wireless charging is a type of wireless power transfer. It uses electromagnetic induction to provide electricity to portable device. And the third one is it can be connected via Bluetooth. Okay. Bluetooth, as we all know, is a communication device, and the function is so that the heat ball can communicate with the wristband. Okay. Next, we move to the wristband. At the wristband, we consist of 3 things. First, we have digital controller. At the digital controller, we can control the resistor of the heating mechanism. From the controller, it will transmit using the Bluetooth to the heat ball. Okay. At the wristband, we have 2 sensors. First is capacitive proximity sensor, and second is PPG heart rate sensor. Okay, for the first sensor is non-contact device that can detect the presence or absence of virtual any object regards of material. And for the PPG heart rate sensor is to calculate heart rate.
So for the second concept generation, for the first function, which is setting a device, I choose solution 2. And for the second function, which is moving hand, solution 1 were chosen. And for setting the resistance, solution 1 also was chosen. And the last function, which is to record the performance, the solution 2 was used. So based on the picture, we can see that the whole concept generation. So for the first function, finger bleeder and wristband were used and connected by using the cable. The finger bleeder is the device that allows the user use the finger bleeder, where the user applied force by using the finger on the button that provides at the top of the finger bleeder. And the third function, which is to setting the resistance, the gear with rubber were used in order to increase or decrease the resistance at the spring. The fourth function, which is to record the performance, we use the spring gauge to record the force that had been applied on the spring. So the spring gauge works by the Hooke's law, which states that the force needed to extend a spring is proportional to the distance that spring is extended.
Okay, for my concept generation, the third one, I choose for setting up device is from solution 1, and for move hand, I choose the solution 3, and for the setting the resistance, I chose the solution 4, and the record the performance, I chose the solution 3 for about the motion sensor. So this is the full sketch drawing after combining all the solution together. And we have the gripping method, where it is to increase the patient's joint muscle after stroke, because when you grip the gripper, your muscle will be exercised also, and the rehabilitation will be more function. And for the wristband display, it is to record the data and adjust the requirement rehabilitation. The wristband display is connected with the hand grip, and inside the wristband display, they also have sensor motion, where each of the when the patient grip the product, it will detect the number of grip and when the exercise is done. And for the spring is where to increase or decrease the resistance of hand grip, where if you adjust the spring to level 1, 2 or 3, it will be increase the resistance on the hand grip. Therefore, it is adjustable for the patients during the rehabilitation.
Okay, for the concept generation, force concept generation, the setting up device, the solution first is the solution 4, and for the second function, move hand, the solution 4 is chosen, and for the function setting the resistance, the first solution is chosen, and for the record the performance, the solution number 2 is chosen. Okay, for the device, the first one, the spring is attached to the all fingers at the hand, and through the spring from the finger, it will attach to its body case of the device for the whole fingers. Then the below the device, it also has the rubber band, and it will attach to the gear, and the gear will function is to setting up the hardness of the spring. So the further the stretcher the rubber band from the device, it will make it harder to grasp, to train the grasping. And it also has the wristband to monitor the strength, grip. Okay, that's all for the concept generation. Next we move to the concept selection.
Okay. For concept selection, there are several criteria that we focus on. First, for the performance, time taken to assemble and the weightage is 0.08. For time taken to perform the task, weightage is 0.15. Rehabilitation effectiveness, the weightage is 0.10. Accuracy, the weightage is a bit high, which is 0.30. The portability, the weightage is 0.07. For manufacturing, maintenance cost, the weightage is 0.02. For safety, the weightage is 0.03. Part availability, the weightage is 0.04. And for aesthetic, mechanical comfortability, the weightage is 0.11. And the last one is device appearance, the weightage is 0.10. Let me conclude what we get from concept 1. The mark is 0.94. And for concept 2, the mark is 0.47. And for concept 3, we get 0.35. And the last concept 4, we got 0.24. And based on the mark that we calculated, we choose concept 1. So that's all from our group. We would like to thank Dr. for teaching us. Okay, and thank you.